Hello, my people. I welcome you again to ICBN Vlog. Please, if you have not watched the first and the second and some other parts of my video, I will encourage you to do so. The title of my story is The Journey of My Life. I always use my life story, the true life story, to tell people all that I have been through in life. Just as I have said in my former videos, life is not always easy. I always said that some people, they found life so good, so beautiful, but to some, especially many of us that come from Africa, you have to give a lot of struggle before you make it in life. When I said make it in life, it doesn't only mean making money. Many of us from Africa, many of us, we have what we call psychological problem, emotional problem, so many things that may make you to feel discouraged in life. That is why sometimes I like to share my story so that peradventure you come through my story, you may be encouraged. And when I go through the things I go through in life, I look at myself today. I never knew that I would still be alive now to be able to tell my story. And I am a believer in the things of God. That is why I believe that God motivates me to share my story, so that one or two people may hear it and they will also be encouraged. I've gone through many YouTubers and I have seen 2 or 3 people who also share a similar story like mine. That is why I am also encouraged to put my own story out there, so that maybe 1 or 2 or 3 people may hear about it and they will say, oh, I am not alone in this journey of life. So as you listen to me, I pray that you will be encouraged. I stopped last time where I told you people that I went out with my friend. By coming back home, my mom was so angry. Before you know, she used pepper to put all over my body. Sometimes when mothers are disciplining their children, you give them some right correction. I'm not against discipline, but when it go excess, it is not good. And before you try to discipline your child, try to know if that thing you are disciplining that child for, if she really did something that warrants correction or discipline or not. Sometimes many mothers in Africa, especially the part where I come from, when they just hear or suspect something, they will start to discipline you without really knowing whether that thing is true or lie, because they don't want you to appear to be a bad child in the presence of their friends or community. So my story continues. So after that day that I went through that pepperish life and the cane beating, believe me, I made up my mind that if it is die, let me die. If it is living, let me live. They don't have to beat me for what I never do. This time I am still saying that though I look mature, but I have never had anything to do with man or sleeping with man. I am still innocent. Like I said before, many of my age mates, they have gone rough way. They are already corrupt when it comes to have anything to do with man. But because of my early experience, I try to avoid some of these things, and also knowing where I come from and the type of family I have, I try to be careful. And I'm also afraid of maybe one way or the other to bring unwanted pregnancy that may affect my education. So many things are involved. Like as I said, I can't say everything about my family on this topic. I'm only putting them in my story in order for my story to be well understood. So like as I'm saying, then that was the day I made up my mind. So after some days, this lady, she came to visit me in our area there. I was going somewhere and we met on the way. So she started to ask me, what happened? I have never seen you or so. I said, my dear friend, you are putting me in a very big problem. The last time I got home, my mom really tortured me and beat me up. And she said, why? Are you a child? You know, she started to put some encouragement or some, I don't know, will I say she's trying to confuse me or what? You know, when you are young, they call it a peer pressure, you know. When your mates, you see them doing some things, nobody is maybe harassing them or cautioning them. You feel as if you are left out. She told me, my dear, Christmas is coming. And you know, during the time of all this Christmas period, many people from our way, they always come home. Many people from other big city, they always come home. So our hometown is always, you know, bubbling. People always like to have fun during those Christmas time. So one way or the other, this lady say, my dear, forget about all those things. You are a grown-up lady now. You are no more a kid. You need to also find a way to make your future good. Look at me. Am I looking like somebody that is suffering? And because what she said is true, she always have money with her. She always buy what she like. She look fresh. She even look more matured even than her age. And so many men always go after her because she looks so presentable. So though I know she's a little bit corrupt, but I don't want to be like her. But at least let me have what they call a little freedom to be able to express myself, to be able to express my feelings, to be able to tell my mind. Nobody have ever asked me one day, what do you really want? What is your opinion? What is your desire? What is your goal? What is your plan? What is your purpose? It's like anything they say they want me to do. So in this situation, I am just like a robot moving in any direction that I was directed to follow. So I don't have any plan. I don't have any idea. I don't have any contribution. I don't have anything that makes me human. So I try to say, okay, after all, I have been tortured for this thing I have never do. This time I will do it. So it's better I do it. So whenever I am being punished for this, I will know that the punishment I am taking is for the crime I commit. So this lady say, my dear, this Christmas time, we need to have good time. We need to be happy. We need to move around. It's not only me, it's not only this lady that do this. It is normal thing everybody do when there is a celebration time like Christmas, like the time of New Year festival, you know, whenever there is a big occasion in the eastern part, which I said, okay, you know. And this guy, like I said, I know he is not somebody you can say you want to marry him because he's not ready to settle down. He loves a lot of ladies, and I don't see why I will be the only girl he will love and I will say he will marry me. So I'm not really putting my mind there. But in this very time, he is the only guy that I have now that I will say he like me. So this lady, and he always give this lady money to give me, but because I never have any intimacy or anything with him, I don't want to take his money. And secondly, I don't want my mom to see this money, and it will seem as if what she is accusing me for is true. So the lady brought some money, say, this guy said I should give you. I say, I don't want to take this guy money. Why are you forcing this guy money on me? Or why are you trying to make me? He said, why? But the guy is good. Do you know how many girls that is dying to be his friend? Do you know what this, what that? You know, she tried to say so many good things about the guy. I told her that this guy in the school, almost all the big girls in our school, they knew him. And many of them always talk that he is their friends. He said, don't worry about school. You also have your own good time with him. You don't know, maybe you may be the lucky one. Do you know? I said, okay. So I took the money. This lady, she followed me. We went to buy some good things, you know, for the Christmas and also for our outing. So like as I was saying, on this very Christmas day, this guy came and with this my friend, and we went out. So as usual, he took us to places where we ate, where we have good time. Then later in the day, we all will end up, because she doesn't really like to take people to his house, maybe because of the way he like to mess up with girls so that nobody will come there. But this very day, he took me and this lady and the boyfriend of this my friend, four of us, we went to his house. So because we are already tired, we have ate a lot. So by the time we got to his house, we all will sit down, we are watching telly, music was playing. As usual, I don't know, my girlfriend and his boyfriend, they went downstairs. Then I was alone with this guy. Then he started to come close to me, like the way he did the former two times. Then I was telling him, why do you always like to touch and this? He said, yeah, because I like you, because I do this. Then I told him, my dear, I have never do these things you are thinking I am. I have not. He said, no, that I am lying, that I am this, that I am that. Then if I have not, anytime he came, I always like to follow him. Maybe I am just pretending, because many women, they like to pretend. Even though they like the man, they will like to play hard to get, and so and so. I said, no, not like that. Only that sometimes I just feel like going out, just to have fun and to also know people. Like as I was saying, before I knew it, it's like this guy start to force me. Before I knew, he tried to empower me. Let me just put that word like that. And before I knew it, he was able to force himself on me, and I was like shouting and trying to to fight back, but he is too strong. I was not a strong lady like that, and I am too skinny. I don't have too much stamina like that. And the music was playing, that even when I was trying to raise my voice, my friends, they did not hear, and I don't even know where they went. So before I know, within few minutes, everything have already been done. So by the time he get off me, he saw that there was blood everywhere. And I myself, I start to regret, why did I come here? Because that was not what I was thinking that will happen that day. I was just trying to, even though I wanted to be a friend to this guy, it could have been on my own willingness to submit myself to him, not the rough way he handled me. And I never wanted to lose what make me a woman, my innocency in this dirty, extravagant way. It was too painful, and it was too, I don't know how to explain the whole thing that day, because I was not ready for it, and I never wanted it to go the way it goes. But by the time this guy finished and they start to see the whole blood and everything, and I was in a very big shock, because the whole thing was a mess. He start to show some remorse. He start to feel bad. He start to apologize. He start to say, oh, my dear, I never believed you when you were telling me. I thought, oh, you were lying. He start to pet me, try to make me to forgive him. But what will I do? The deed has been done. There's nothing I can do again. Only I was just feeling bad. That day my mind went so bad to my mom, because why I really try to to follow this way is the way I was always being accused, that I do this, I do that. Then I asked myself, is this what they were accusing me for? Is this what the ladies, they say that they like? Is this the reason why they go crazy about men? My own was too painful. I don't see anything that is interesting in this type of way. So I think it took almost 10 minutes later before my friend and her boyfriend came in. Then they saw me in this mess, and the friend called the other guy and he said, what did you do? He said, my dear, I don't know. I thought maybe she's used to eat this and that. Then the friend said, you better take her home before you get yourself into trouble. My girlfriend was like, are you serious? So do you mean that all these your things you do in the school, do you mean that you have never ever in your life have anything to do with a man? She too, she was surprised, so they are the one trying to clean up, and she tell me, oh, please get up, go and wash yourself, go, let's do this, let's do that. So we did all those things. So I got myself dressed up. So this guy was so quiet, but they were able to drop me at home. The way I was even walking, I was really feeling really pain. But when I got home, my mom was there. I was afraid that she may know what happened. But do you know that when I got home, my mom never noticed that anything happened to me? I look at myself, I said, look, when I never do anything, my mom always accused me. Today I did something and she never noticed that something is even wrong with me. My people, when I want to go and ease myself, the pepper I feel last time was even more better than the way I was feeling when I was easing myself. It's like they took razor and cut everywhere in my private area. I was like crying, but nobody is hearing my cry. Then I come home, I just sit in my bed. I was just thinking my life. What happened? Why did I do this? Why did I put myself in this type of trouble? This was not my dream. This was not my desire. My dream is after school, maybe if I can further my education, then before I will think, or if I will get married, then it will be something that will go on between me and my husband. But look at me, look at my life. So that was what happened that day. So after 2 days, this girl came direct to our house. My mom was there, so she started to shout at the girl, what are you looking for? The girl said she came to visit me. So my mom did not really say anything. Then the girl came and we go to the back of our house. So she was asking me, how do you feel now? This time I was getting a little bit better because the next 1 or 2 days was so bad. But all I'm trying to say is that my mom never noticed that something is wrong with me. But when I have no problem, that was when she was saying that I am corrupt, I am wayward. Now I did those things she accused me of. But she never even know what was going on. She never asked me. She never said anything. So I explained. Then she come again with plenty money, a very huge amount of money. She said that, oh, the guy said he is really sorry for what happened, that she never intend to do it, but my resistance was what make him to feel that maybe I want, but I don't know how to show it. I told my friend that I don't need this money. That was not the reason why I followed you out. I followed you out because I just wanted to be happy like my mates. But as all these things have happened, I never blame you. I blame myself. Because most of the time, my mom warned me about all these things, but I thought maybe she's too strong, or she's too disciplined. She's trying to discipline us in a strong way. But today, look, all that my mom told me, I have seen it. Look at the way your friend treat me. She said, no, it's okay. After all, one day you will still open the place. I said, but even though I want to open the place, it's not this way that I open it. I could have opened it with somebody that I really love and somebody that will really take care of me, not somebody that will mess me up, not somebody that will count me in the line of the girlfriends that he have slept with. That was not my intention. So I say, I don't want the money. Just leave me. Don't come to our house. Don't come to our shop. I just want to be myself. So after much pleading, she see that I am resisting. Then she left. She never said anything. So that was how that Christmas that year went so bad for me. So after some days, I got better, but I make up in my mind that I will never try something like that again, because one, I thought people say that they enjoy it. To me, it is too painful. And number two, I don't want this type of guy who manhandle a woman because he want to penetrate himself. So, and the two, I still have at least 1 year more to go for school before my school will finish. So I need to concentrate on my studies so that I may have opportunity. Maybe my aunt will help me to be able to further my education, because I have seen that maybe after my secondary school, my mom just wants me to sit at home to help out. She doesn't want me to continue. So this is where I will still stop my story today. We continue again next time. All I'm trying to say is, please, mom or parents, though now new generation, their way is not like during our own time. Many mothers, they don't rough handle their daughters again like those days. But what I'm trying to say, there are still some mothers who think that by beating or mishandling their children is part of training. Though I know that the Bible said, if you spare the cane, you spoil the child. And he also said that teach a child the way he or she should go, so that when he or she gets old, he or she will not depart from it. But you know, the same Bible said that too much of everything is bad. You know, when you do things in excess, it may affect this person's situation. You know, because that day, what I went through and the way was due to the way I was treated at home. From my childhood, like the way I always said my story, I have never known what they call happiness, or what they call love, or what they call being drawing close to ask you what is wrong with you or what are you going through. All I know is, do this. If I don't do, I will get beaten. Do that. If I said no, I will be punished. Even when I don't do things wrong, I still get punishment. So this situation, even though you take somebody's child to be like a house help or to be like anything for you, just remember that this person is human. God brought all of us into this world to be useful to one another. Whether it is the child you give birth to, or the one you help, or the one you adopt, please try to show some love. Love conquers all. Love helps people to know the right thing to do. When you correct with love, it is better than when you correct in a harsh way. We'll start again on the next episode. May God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am a new YouTuber. My story may not be so interesting, but the little people that find it encouraging, please subscribe. And may you also share the video so that some other people who are going through one difficult situation or the other that looks like my own may also be encouraged and know that one day their situation will turn around for good. We still have so many stories ahead. I am no more in those trouble. I am no more in those situations. Now I can be able to take care of myself. Now I am also a mother also to myself. I never wanted to treat my child the way I was treated, or even people around me. But as we continue with my story of the journey of life, you will see what happened at the end. May God bless you. Bye.